Good evening. A nice follow-through day. Looks like that the markets are working pretty much on the lines of what we have expected and the scenarios that we build upon. So let's just start the analysis and let's see where markets will open tomorrow. So we have a nice follow-through day. Prices opened near the low of this candle and just moved down throughout the day, and it remained low at the lower levels and consolidated here. It looks like that we have a kind of measured move here. Now, what is a measured move? So let me just explain it to you. So measured move means in the context of downtrend, we have a kind of lower lows, lower highs candles, a strong momentum move to the downside. And the condition is that this downtrend should started from the base, which means that we should have a consolidation going on, and then we have an igniting move to the downside, and then it continues. Then after a couple of bars moving down, we have small resting bars, a kind of topping tail or bottoming tail, and it is like a kind of time consolidation. And then we again have the move to the downside. So measured move is that the number of points we received in this downtrend, almost like 90-95% of the times we have almost the same number of points again when prices resume its trend to the downside after the consolidation period. So that is what the measured move means. Now let's just go back to the charts. So in the context of this 60-minute time frame, we have this measured move which has just started from the base. It has cleared this support area and this support area, and now it has come down to here. Now the expectation is that it should come down here. So the number of points that it has traveled from here to here, so let's just check that how many points it fall. So it is almost 360 points. So let's consider it as a 350 points. And if we just measure it from this consolidation, then 350 points would mean somewhere like below the below the support line that we have around 17,600. Now the second question that we should ask, that why prices have started consolidating here. So to get the answer of this question, simply look to the left. So we have this unfilled gap here. We have somewhat consolidation, and then we have this breakout bar here. So which means that we have a prior support area where when prices revisited this area again, we are seeing the the reaction of this buying which has been done earlier here, right? So now if the prices come down and to this support level and move down below, that would mean that prices will make a very long red bar in the weekly time frame. If that will happen, that would suggest more downside. So it would be interesting to see in Nifty that how much downside it will make in the coming days. Secondly, if this week is going to be a big giant red bar, or it will just cover all the selling which is happening right now and will eventually turn out to be as a bottoming tail bar. So that would be very interesting to see. Now let's just jump on to Banknifty and see what is happening there. Let's clean this mess up first. Okay, So unlike Nifty, where we have a strong down bar, a follow through of the previous candle, we have a kind of bottoming tail, not a very ideal bottoming tail, but this kind of bar suggests that there are buyers here. Now, the first question that comes to our mind is that why this bar has turned out as a bottoming tail. So the first reason is that although we have a strong topping tail, a bar which has taken out the high of previous pivot high and then it closed at its low. So we have a range expansion bar plus a topping tail bar, and a combination of this is a very strong signal that prices should come down, should move down and break the support. However, this bar has formed near a support area that we have here around 37,300, and probably this is why prices were unable to move down below it or cross below it. Now that doesn't mean that prices cannot break the support area, but this was the immediate reaction that we have seen today. So as prices come down near to the previous support area, we have the buyers which were already there and they just stepped up and started buying. Right. So prices are now at the hourly support also, which is at 37,000. So again, not a very textbook style measured move like we have in Nifty, but we have a igniting wide range bar from the base, and now we have a kind of consolidation at the lower level. All this combination of bars suggests that prices might move down. So all in all, both the markets are looking kind of bearish as of now. And if we just see what is happening on the weekly chart, so we have this bar which is gradually turning as a topping tail bar. So this would suggest that if prices continue to move down and if they will break this daily support line and move down below the this rising 20 MA in the weekly chart, then they might further move down below. Now, if you remember from my past videos and the concepts that I teach, I have mentioned that a momentum move often leaves the void below, and this is what we have here, right? So if prices start move down below, and if they will cross this rising 20 MA, so there is nothing to the left that will stop the prices going down. So once a movement will start on the downside, probably we'll see more downside prices here, right? And as of now, the kind of price action that we are seeing on a daily basis in this market, that suggests that prices might move down. So we have this strong downtrend, and then we have this retracement. Now this retracement, if you just eyeball it, is somewhere around the 50% of this downtrend. So we do not need any kind of subjective tools like Fibonacci retracement and all that stuff. But if you just simply eyeball it, you can see that prices have retraced back 50%, give or take, and the reaction has already been started here, and that suggests that prices might started to move down further from here. Right now, just clean this. So what could happen is that possibility that prices might start to move down, come here, retest, and then shoot up again, or it will just start to move downside and probably turn this market into a more bearish market. So I hope you have got the idea. So that's about it in this today's analysis. If you have any questions, do ask it in the comment box below, and please give a like to this video and subscribe to the channel. Take care and catch you in the next session. Good night.